So this package just arrived from FedEx, and in here is something I've been waiting for a long time, and I thought it'd be interesting just to open it. I haven't looked inside yet, so let's just see what we've got. It comes from the Model Centre in the UK. Here we can see the invoice there from it, and very nicely packed away. And here we go, nicely upside down. So remove the outer packing. And let's just see if we can zoom in a bit on this. So here we are. We've got a Class 117 3-car DMU. It's been lightly weathered. It comes with sound fitted. Oops, let's get this into the... There we are. So now we just need to work out how to open it. Okay, that's really neat. Boxes within boxes. So here we go. Three cars. Here we can see the three cars together with the weathering on the roofs, and then looking at the undercarriage, we can see the light weathering there and the superb detail that there is all the way along. And this model is well detailed throughout. It's very nice. The lighting works straight out of the box, just using the codes that come with the decoder. You have the head lighting, the destination board, and then we have the driver's cab, followed by the main lighting. None of these have been optimized. They look very bright on this, but they look much better in real life. And this is a sound model. Again, it's a Bachmann sound. And here we have the engine starting. Again, I really don't know whether these sounds are prototypical, but they sound good to me. And then you have the doors opening and closing, the whistles, and then finally the loco is ready to go, and we see it moving off. And the next stage will be to look at how we take it apart to populate the carriages. So the next job is to separate the carriages, and they give you a little tool to slip under the catch to help release them. There's no way I could do that on the rails. This is my solution, was to take all three carriages off and place them onto some surface that wouldn't damage them, and then basically just roll them so that they were on the roofs, and this enabled you to get to the catch easily. It's still fiddly to slide the little tool underneath, but that opens the catch, as you can see. And then really you have to hold the two sides of the electrical plug quite firmly, and then really just carefully take it apart. It's not too difficult, but care is needed. And then once it's in its little cradle, then it's just the usual story of using some card to unclip it. This particular one was quite difficult and seemed to be quite well held in, and took a few attempts at finding the right size pieces of card. These are old credit cards, both slightly different sizes, and once they're in place, and with a little bit of careful manipulation, then it's possible to get the unit off. Fortunately, there's no internal connection, so it lifts off fairly easily once in place, as you can see. And at the back there you've got where the decoder goes. And that was already as factory fitted, so I haven't had to do anything. And here we are, I'm just fitting some people into there. You can see the driver in place. And I'm using tacky wax to do this, so potentially they can be changed or moved at some future time. I find the tacky wax is really good. They just don't fall out and they don't move. And it's much easier to locate them and not have glue running all over the place. So really it was just a case of working through the passenger compartment, putting a number of figures in. These are either knock figures or Prezier figures. They're quite detailed, and I think it's just worth the effort to do that. Fortunately, it's obvious which way round this goes. You haven't got to worry about that. The front is the front and the back is the back. It's not like a one-car DMU that you've got to make sure you've got it the right way round. And it effectively clips into place quite easily. Then it's a case of putting it back together again, and it's just the reverse. You put it upside down. The pins almost line up. You do have to wiggle them a bit, and you can feel when they're located. The thing is not to force anything. Just be patient, and once they're in place, then a little bit of pressure and it pushes them home, and the clip then just clips into place, and that's it. They're back together. So you work all the way along, having put your people in. They're back on the track, the lighting is on, and the train is moving off. So now I thought we'd just do a little running session, just showing the DMU running round. And we'll start at the station, and you can see a 122 just next to it. They're both Bachmann models. The 117 runs very well. There is no problems with it running. It doesn't stop over points or have any problems at all. And I just like the fact that you can run a sequence here of the driver getting into the cab, switching everything on. And once the lighting's on, then you've got the passengers coming in. And once everybody's loaded, just finishing up with the headboards on there. Driver forgotten to switch them on, and now off they go. And it runs round my track very well. It's not the best bit of engineering. It's the first layout I've done. There are several points on it when it's not level. But this model runs extremely well. As I said, it has a Zimmo sound chip in there. I usually use ESU chips on my locals, so I have to get used to a different coding sequence on this, and I haven't quite got the automatic braking working on it correctly yet. As you'll see here, it's rather sudden, but it does do the job in that it stops it overrunning the signal. That's a bit extreme. So the slow move forward was not a creep, that was how it's set at the moment, having quite a slow acceleration. You can see the Hymic coming into close there, again with automatic braking, but it's a much smoother. And the ESU chips are I think a lot easier to set up and have more options which allow you to control the way in which the loco comes to a halt. And this is just a manual stop now, and we come to the end of the journey. So that's the end of this little look at the Bachmann 117 DMU. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm certainly enjoying the model, and find it makes a great asset on my layout. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye for now.